Welcome back to the Line Song. We are about to see the latest portrait of Franz Markert, our darling painter of episode 2. And I'm really happy to do that now. I want to see it. So, let's not wait any longer. It is time for the unveiling of Franz Markert's latest work. Who will it be? Any ideas? Subjects are now from all classes, all walks of life. It's impossible to know. I hope it's a man. It's said he has affairs with all his female models. What do you mean, as you hope he paints you? Well, of course I would be honoured. Aww. So cute. I knew it once. There was no way I could copy that. Have you seen his most recent paintings? Yes, his work has turned darker of late, as if the light were going out of the world. Oh, did something happen with Greta? 104 kilometers left. Farm boy, excuse me. Yes? Do you know any other songs? I know one. I could try. Aww. I know that piece. The Lion Song. Vilma Jaffa composed it. I know it as well. It's a classic. And you couldn't walk across the university without hearing someone rehearsing it in the music school, or humming it on the way to class. She's my sister. Oh, right, and Mozart is my uncle. I can usually tell when someone is lying to me. I think our friend here speaks the truth. Nonsense, look at his clothes. A farmer's idea of dressing well. Excuse me? Yes? Tell us about your sister. Vilma didn't always live in Vienna. She grew up on a farm with Mama, Papa and me. But one night that all changed. Tell us. Yoo-hoo! Vilma! Yay! A few years ago. Well played, big sister. We have to hurry, Otto. Papa told us to be home before 10. We collect the money. Old man. The young one played well. Wilma is self-taught, and she writes many of her own songs. What's that you say? She's elf-taught? Do you think I'm daft? I suppose elves all made her violin. She taught herself to play, and Papa bought her violin and milk. Oh. Well, here then. Thank you. I'm glad you liked what you heard. Tough-looking man, okay. Send your sister over, boy. I've something I'd like to discuss whether well, with this place I collect the money. If you enjoy the songs, could you spare a few kronen? I guess I misunderstood you. If you enjoyed the songs, could you spare a few kronen? That isn't all I want to enjoy. She plays the violin for money, that's all. Now pay up or shut up. Watch your mouth, twig, or I'll snap you in two. You just try it, Sir, big mouth. Oak tree? I like that. Oak tree. Sir, my songs are meant to soothe, not sour. I'm sure Otto and my papa and my three uncles would not take kindly to anyone who spoiled the mood. She's right. The fearful lot of duffels. Don't you want our money? No, I don't want your dirty money. Oh, yes? No, I don't want your dirty money. As you wish. More to buy a beer for me. We could have used his money, Otto. Damn your phone. Stranger. I don't recognize him, and he looks like he should have at least some coin on him. This is Professor Caban. He has an offer for Wilma. What do you want with my sister? Young man, I assure you, my intentions are honourable. Oh? I'm Arthur Caban. Here is my card. As you see, I'm a professor of music theory from Vienna. It was only by chance that Professor Caban stopped at the inn on his way to Salzburg. He was very impressed with my songs and told us he could try and arrange a scholarship for her at the institute where he taught. It was a dream come true for her. Our parents? Oh, one our parents could not have paid for. Her compositions were that good even then. Her playing in the inn was helping a family. She must have been thrilled at the opportunity. She must have been thrilled at the opportunity. She wasn't, though. Our farm and the village were all she knew. Vienna sounded big and terrifying. What was it like growing up with a prodigy like Wilma? A prodigy? Wilma! She was years older than Mozart. Most girls her age were already married. Okay, then, what was it like growing up with your big sister? Well, of course, big sisters are given to younger brothers to tease. Of course. She could hear music even when none was playing. I guess it came from inside her. She'd close her eyes and listen, lost to the world. And naturally you were so respectful of that. Naturally. Well, no. It was the perfect time to steal her violin and hide it. Perfect. Several years ago. I show you that I can play too. All right. It's right there. I just need to wait for the right moment. Back here, Wilma should not be able to see me. Hehehe. Careful now. I need to get closer. Find a violin of your own, Otto, and then steal it from yourself. Oh, okay. I need to be more careful. Wilma won't notice me move while she's humming or playing. Careful now. Okay, got it. Otto. I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. It took skill and daring to steal that violin. Where did she hide it? Oh, someplace out of the way, but safe. It didn't want... It didn't want anything to happen to it. I didn't, but okay. Again. So now you play an instrument too. Did you take up the harmonica because of your sister? Did you take up the harmonica because of your sister? I guess I did in a way. My papa gave it to me. I'm not very good at it. At least not as good as Wilma. There was always music in her. I sense another story. You ask a lot of questions. I'm a journalist. Well, at least I was. There isn't much more to tell. It was after Wilma got her violin. We don't have much, so naturally, I was jealous. May has come, and trees blossom, and now clouds are floating in the sky. Spring songs are sung. Okay. I don't know that song. I'm sorry. Well done. Many years ago. Both of you. Again, again, again. Let's sing it again. Wilma, what is it? Did we miss a note? No, you played it as written. We sang it as written. Here we go again. Then what is it? Can't you hear it, Papa? This passage here. And now clouds, clouds, clouds. The notes are so boring. But we always sing it like that. I want to sing it the same way. But it's boring. Now hold on, both of you. Papa, you need to play better notes. Can't you hear how exciting it could be? Show me. Show me. Me? You play, Papa. Not Wilma. Let your sister try, Otto. Fine. It's alright, show us. Like this? That's very good. The notes don't have to be so well matched. They were well matched here as well. Each can have its own life. Go on, keep playing. Wait. Then we should change what we sing too. Oh. What do you have in mind? I can come up with something too. Let's see. Bench. Bugs having fun. And my papa is strong. And we're happy when the sun is out. And my sister is dumb. Otto, you will not sing that. And flowers have sprung. Alright, you can sing that if you want to. Now, Wilma, play. There. Can you play it like this? No, you're right. The violin is yours, Wilma. Keep it. Play it. Make your music. She trembled, looked down at the violin in her hands. Her eyes were shining. That was the beginning. I wish I had heard her concert. I wonder when I'll hear another concert. There will always be music, my friend. Even here. Should be, yeah, 22 kilometers left. Now, gentlemen, you have done the impossible. You have taken my mind from our destination. I thank you. Not so fast. You were a journalist. You must have a story to tell. Ah, Alice, it is a short one. I wanted to write, but my family was against it. A baron's son must naturally be in the military, so I couldn't continue writing. I wish I had a story like one of yours. All four of us are certainly headed for a story of some kind, although yours will be somewhat different, I think. How do you mean? We three are enlisted men. 5th Army here. The same. 5th Army, yes. Headed for the camp west of the Trina River. But you are an officer. 6th Army, yes. It's that obvious. And not only that, but you boarded the train at Wiener Neustadt. The military academy is there. I'm ill-prepared to be a soldier of any kind. 6-month training to be a leader of men. I suppose it goes without saying, but I'd rather write. Considering my former profession, I'm ill-prepared to be a soldier of any kind. Considering I'm a farmer, I could say the same. I've drilled, but I've never led anyone into battle. How do you inspire the courage necessary? What do you say? Wilma listened first. You can obviously do that. He's right. There would have been no stories. You drew them out of us. I think leadership must be like learning. You learn more by listening than talking. Otto, you're going to support your family. Paul, why are you on this train? Theodore, why did you enlist? Otto, you are going to war to support your family. It's why Wilma left home. Now it's my turn to help. But I have no talents to speak of. It doesn't take much talent to point a rifle and pull the trigger. More than you might think, young man. I'll tell you this. I'm no corvette. I'll be at the front of the charge. Think about what you just said. Think about what you just said. If he wants to die, let him. Yes, your sister had talent, but she did not just waltz on top of the stage. It took time and effort to become who she is now. Yes, she did wait and listen. Her music was truthful and fair, but I gave my word. I'll fight until my last breath, if I must. Playing the hero. What's wrong with that? I can see you're working yourself up. You think you're ready for battle. Your blood is like fire in your veins. Your blood is like fire in your veins. Yeah. Yes. It feels like that. Is that wrong? It's not, but you must prepare for what's coming. How did your sister prepare for writing her song? She wrote to me once about a friend that she called. He was there for her when she was all alone. But who do I have? Your family's depending on you. Your comrades in arms must trust you. You stand between everybody back home and chaos. Your comrades in arms must trust you, just like your family trusted in Wilma. That song will remind you of home, of family, friends, loved ones. I won't let them down. You will, if you rush heedlessly into enemy fire. You cannot be thoughtless. To be thoughtless is to be blind. Blind? I don't understand. Find the calm deep inside you. You must stay alert, stay aware. Adrenaline will drive you, but never ever let it blind you. You must stay alert, stay aware. You've been in this situation before. Your story, the man at the inn where your sister played, even though your family would have needed the money, you stood by your principles and your family's honor. You didn't let the anger get the better of you. I was very tempted, yet you remained calm. You make it sound so easy. It's not. It's the most difficult thing there is. Wilma's choices seem to have had great influence on your life. Even watching from the sidelines, I was changed. Will you think about what I've said? Yes, I will. Oh, why are you in this train? I'm not interested in hearing your platitudes. You help me, let me help you. You can't. Why? Tell me why you enlisted. I didn't, Lieutenant. I was drafted. Theodore, why did you enlist? Because war is madness. Oh, that makes so much sense. How do wars start? Greed for wealth or land, fear of those who are not like us and therefore must mean us harm, revenge for zealots' blood. Zealots? And you think you can stop all that? Probably not. Not by myself, anyway. But I thought I could at least try. I know that sounds foolish. Do you have something in mind? You want to stop war by going to war? Do you mean you have political ambition? Do you have something in mind? Yes. Who makes the decision to make war? Politicians, not soldiers. If more politicians spent time facing an enemy bayonet to bayonet, maybe they would try harder to find another solution. A solution like you did with that photo when your professor was leaving. Instead of lamenting, you took change into your own hand. Precisely. You sound very passionate about this. And naive, I suppose. It seems you have a gift with words. Your sincerity is obvious. You remind me of myself. You remind me of myself. How? I became a journalist, hoping to expose evil and celebrate truth. And did you? Before your family intervened? No. I wrote a column about domestic trifles, recipes, decorating, throwing parties, household tips. Oh. Perhaps I should have assumed a different identity as well. Like that professor of yours, I might have been able to overcome this hurdle. Seeing yourself in different shoes might just help you too. Yes, as someone who is courageous. You have courage, I see it in you. I couldn't stand up to my father. I couldn't demand my editor to give me a chance. You have courage, I see it in you. You see more in me than I do, naturally. Just like Rezhnisak. How so? Wouldn't you call it brave, that your professor took over Nana's classes? Yes, of course, extraordinarily so. But how am I brave? You're putting your life on the line for your beliefs. You have a passion people will respond to. You care. Others will see that and listen. Yes. Yes. And yes. You care. Others will see that and listen. And what if people listened? How do I know that what I'm proclaiming is what's right? You're a scientist, are you not? What of it? You can't know you're right, but when there's a new data, you adapt your theory. Rezhnisak did it in the duel with Tsala, remember? She could have destroyed his career, but something changed in that lecture hall. She acknowledged his efforts and respected him. By the way, I just want to finish this train ride. I hope it's not taking that much longer, but it shouldn't. Yes, together they accomplished so much more. I wish I could be as sure as you are. You studied mathematics. You understand odds? Of course. I would bet on you. I'm sure your professor would too. It does sound like something she would do. But based on all you've told me, it seems the changes she brought here were not just for her, but for everyone. What do you mean by that? She did not just focus on her own theory. She changed something in others around her through her teaching. And I can, too. We're almost there. Then I must change. My man must see me in on uniform. We're coming to the station. Where's Paul? He left just after you did. I don't think he'll be joining us on at the front. He won't if he gets shot deserting. He must still be on the train, though. I will go and look for him. Seriously? Okay, bottom door. This was empty before. Paul! You're leaving us? Are you going to try and stop me? Your story was amusing, running from the police. You don't think much of yourself, do you? You never told us if you painted your own pictures. You don't think much of yourself, do you? My turn to get psychoanalyzed. Dr. Freud. It doesn't take a Freud to know you. I'll die out there. Maybe. Maybe we all will. But if we run now and we're caught, no maybes. You will die. The police caught you before. This time I won't run. I will hide. But what makes you think you know me? Son of a baron. I don't. Stop running away. We are all questioning ourselves, aren't we? Stop running away. Mark had confronted his battles head on. What battles? Did he fight someone with a brush? On guard? He painted his greatest critic. To say. Wow, this is going to be longer than I thought. The train is slowing. Will you sound the alarm? No, it's your decision. We were right. You will make a good leader. I'll do my best. Please leave me now. I have a decision to make. I'm glad you reconsidered, Paul. Gentlemen, we go to different battles, but I would be proud to have you in my command. I will do everything in my power not to fail my men. If I fail them, I would be failing you. My name is Albert Vogel. Everyone calls me Bert. Shake hands. Otto Dörfer. Paul Weber. Theodor Lechner. It's not the end. In 1914, shortly after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, men were drafted. It was at the beginning of the First World War. Otto went to war to defend his family and his country, but he got to see his parents again. Oh. Paul stopped running away, committing to something for the first time in his life. I'm sorry, I'm crying, I don't know why. I'm just so happy for them. He returned to Frida. Yay. And a few years later, the commitment resentment turned into a small, happy family. In the 4 years of war, something inside of Theodore changed. Theodore, pursuing a career in politics, he swore to prevent another war at all costs. For a short amount of time, Wilma's music was a huge success. She was the darling of all Vienna. But one day, Wilma returned to her hometown. While she never stopped writing music, she took up teaching. Leah? One late autumn afternoon, a woman stepped into Leah's Podany's inn. She sat down silently. When asked what she'd like to have, she smiled and answered, "A plate of your world-famous dumplings, Leah's." The music that brightened the early years of the 20th century. Give me a second, please. Fell silent after the outbreak of the war. Franz Market must have done something to change his grandfather's mind. He began climbing again soon after his grandson's success. The young painter accompanied Grete to Berlin, where they loved one another for a short, intense period of time. Franz was drafted 1 year after the war broke out. In the brief quiet before dawn, he drew the layers of his comrades. In 1918, Gustav Klimt died, making the end of an era. Marking. Emma Reznicek moved to the United Kingdom, accepting an offer to become lecturer for mathematics at University in Yorkshire. Throughout the 20th century, many scientific discoveries were credited to Emma's proof at the Reznicek state. Emma kept writing to Nicole for the rest of her life. Nicole found she didn't have quite as many things as she used to. During the war, the University of Vienna was transformed into a military hospital, but lessons continued to be learned wherever students and their teachers could meet. The First World War came to an end in 1918. The total number of military and civilian casualties amounted to more than 38 million lives. And this was written by him, wasn't it? What happened to her? Journalist. Oh no. Oh, good. I changed my microphone off button to my streaming button. I was like, oh shit, I didn't start streaming now, did I? I did. But yeah. It was great. It was so short, but it was great. And I'm still crying. Okay, so my normal evaluation during the credits, I normally tell you what I thought about the game, but I think I told you everything during playing it. I loved it. I loved it so much. My favorite episode is still the first one. And I think actually the fourth one, and without the final one, would be my second favorite, since it really connects everything and you get to hear the story of side characters you didn't get to meet, and how they are connected to the main people of the other episodes, like Wilma's brother, or a student of Emma, or even the forger of Franz's paintings. And yeah, it was really, really nice to hear that and see how these people affected other people. Emma with her bravery, and they were all brave actually, considering Franz painted his greatest critic and soon after girlfriend. Emma, in a way, was very brave as well, since she had to create a piece within a week and had to survive that pressure. Yeah, well, as I said, the first episode isn't my favorite, and that has probably to do with that I play music, and I would love to get the notes, the sheet music for the line song, but I don't have a violin, I have my piano, so it wouldn't sound the same, but it would still be close, and I would love to play it. Franz, the episode with Franz was interesting, since you had to talk to these people and get the layers out, and I still want to try to get his final painting with all his facets. I don't know why I missed that one, I'm not quite sure. I'll try again. And now the mathematician episode, the last one, episode 3. It was really inspiring, and I think people that are struggling with their identity and even future plans, because I don't know, they want to go into computer science, and that is still mostly male-based group of people, and it's harder for females to survive there, let's say it like that, to just go and do what they want and just don't, just believe in themselves. Doing what they want to do is what should be done, and if you want to do it, do it. Don't let others stop you from doing what you want to do, saying that you what? Okay. Saying that you can't. It's not true, you can. When you try, you can. There's always the possibility. And okay, let's see the decisions. 49% didn't take the money either. And the minority there? 86% weren't able to escape police either. Oh, you could escape? Okay. 70% also used snap bangs at the market. 33% also encouraged all of the men. 57% of all soldiers mobilized in World War One were casualties. But that isn't a casual decision now, is it? Since I got her brother back, I got Theodore to survive, and Paul survived as well. Powell is the German intonation for that name, actually. Powell, yeah, he survived and got himself married. We just don't know what happened to him. To I forgot your first name, Vogel something. Mr. Vogel. Yeah, I would love to know what happened to you. I didn't miss it, did I? If I missed it, you can tell me in the comments. I will play this game again, but not right now. I'm too emotional, connected to the song, to this game. And with that, it's... Oh wow. It's already going on for 40 minutes, I'm so sorry. I just want to check real quick. Episode 2. Episode 3. Didn't get everything, but almost. Special paint, what's that? Clement buys the only remaining jar of paint from the herbalist. Ah, okay. And I'm missing a few parts. Wilma at peace. Wilma eventually returns to her hometown and starts teaching music. So I'm missing a few pieces of her story. Joseph, changed by his grandson's success, gained his vigor and took up climbing again. Even though successful, Franz was drafted and sent to war. Ah. So these are the little stories. And I could have gotten 4 or 6 more little stories. Okay, I'll try. Do you paint or create any kind of art yourself? What's your background or reason to be an art critic? How did the art world change France's art? Everything changed and nothing did. There were these bright sparks of new ideas, a glimpse of what art should and could be. Could and should be. And then came the war, and with it the fear, and in its wake the stupidity of day-to-day survival. Okay, goodbye. Thank you, Greta. And I'm sorry for stealing your time for this long. I hope you enjoyed the game and got you to be interested in it. As I said, I loved it. I left a review on it on Steam while I was still in episode 3. I won't change it, even though I'm finished now. Since it didn't change any of my conception of this game. It's point and click adventure, so you don't have that much going on with controls and such, but the people that created this make this point and click adventure exciting and interesting that every every form of art, so to speak, was different. For Wilma, we had to look for pieces of inspiration and block out wrong sounds. For Franz, we had to figure out their personality and try to get the facets out in the open. For Emma, we had to find the right point in the craft that suddenly showed up in the air and build a theory from there. And yeah, with closure, okay, we just had to talk to these people and get their stories, but it was still really interesting. And as I said before, getting to know those people connected to the main characters of the former episodes was great, seeing how they affect them, how they let other people to believe in themselves. And yeah, I hope they inspired you as well. And I hope to see you in my next series. I think I'll actually start Valiant Heart. That's also connected to the World War One, so it would fit in a way. And if you want to get more information on World War One, you can get it from Valiant Hearts. I can tell you that much. I hope to see you there. Bye!